Hi ladies and gentlemen, Sean Davies of Coloradoreinsman. I'm here with my 2015 Extreme Mustang makeover for St. Louis Mare. We're on day 6. Day 5 she had a day off. Day 4 I took her for a walk down the trail system, and she walked over bridges and walked into water and walked over a stone path across the middle of the ponds. Walked between picnic tables and benches, and she's just such a willing, nice little mare. It's amazing. And to think that I almost didn't take her because she cut her eye real bad. And it's still ugly. I put some cream on it today. She scraped a big scab off, and you can see it was still fairly open, but it's too late to get it sewn up, so we're just going to keep her going. She's doing amazing. So day 6, what's my goal here? However far she can go. I've already had a saddle on her on my 3rd time working with her. Stepped up in the stirrup, leaned over, petted her. I'm going to expose her to some obstacles today. Get her back fundamentals. I'm going to warm her up with some round pin and some quick ground work. Actually want to warm her up with my saddle once I do my initial groundwork. I'm going to put my saddle on, actually my Wade saddle with a back cinch, get her moving free with that and see how she does. I think she's going to be great. She had some really nasty mud caked to her chest. I got my clippers out and shaved it off because it wouldn't come out. She just stood there. I can now pick up all 4 feet fairly easily and clean them. She needs a trim. Even with these little feet, she's pretty long on the bottoms. So I've got to get that done pretty soon. But overall, this little wild mare, who was actually one of the tweakiest mares there at the pens, is doing real good. So I'm just going to go back to the basics here. So this will be my 3rd time working her on the halter. She's going, I'd like to see what that stick is. So I'm backing her up, moving her shoulder. She goes, I would like you to pet me. Move her shoulder. Let's move her around. She likes to move into that pressure a lot. I'm going to tell her to move off of that pressure. That's going to be very important when I get up on. There we go. Good girl. Now I'm going to stop her right there. Come in and pet her, because she did what I asked her to do. I want her to know that's what I wanted her to do. Good girl. And my assistant coming here. I have a lot of those assistants around lately. Desensitizing assistants. Back her up. Move that shoulder. Move off. Drive her forward here, drive her forward. Now that was a lot easier that time. I wonder if it had anything to do with me rewarding her. About every quarter of a turn, I'm going to raise my flag a little bit to drive her forward. Get that forward motion. Let's ask her to trot. Good girl. Establish that circle. I'm not asking for perfection at this point. I'm just asking for a general idea of a circle and get her moving. Good girl. Now I'm going to pick up my rein, step underneath, move that shoulder. Oh, that was nice. Get her moving this way. Not let her turn into me. If she wants to offer a trot, that's fine with me. I'm going to say move, move, move forward. Move forward. Now this bag really helps me here. I'm not having to whack her with a stick or smack the ground with a string or smack my string at her. That bag right there creates that energy and drives her forward. Good girl. it also helps desensitize her at the same time. So tarps and bags and all those things, they aren't going to bother this horse. She's not going to be bothered one bit. Good girl. Good girl. Now bring her to me. I'm going to stop her. I'm going to push into her. She wants to be with me so much now. I have to enforce my rule here. See, she's almost too attached now. Let her know that's where I want her. Here. Okay. I don't want people to see. She's kind of vain on camera. She wants people to see her goof on her eye. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. I'm going to come in here and ask her to disengage her hind end. Pick this up. Move this shoulder a little bit. Move that shoulder a little bit. There we go. There we go. We almost got it. I'll keep working until I get back in position. There we go. Drive forward. Good girl. Drive forward. See, she can't get locked up there. There we go. Good girl. I'll finish that out. Had a couple good steps. Finish it out. Good girl. Try this side. These are all in their rudimentary stages. Just first couple times I ask. I'm not asking for the world. To drive her forward and underneath herself there. Forward, forward, good girl. Forward, good girl, good girl. That was beautiful. There you go. That side's better. Good girl. So I'm getting her mind on work right now. I'll be in my position, hold up that head and shoulder, ask that rear end to go forward, 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 forward. Good, good, good. Oh, I can't ask for better than that. Good girl. Good girl. These things out of her eye. Okay, I'm going to ask her to leg yield with her nose to the fence for the first time. First time I'm asking this, I'm going to put her nose to the fence. Ask her to move over here. I'm going to pick her up right here. Ask her to step over. Step away. Step away. Step away. Step away. Step away. Step away. If I even get half a step, I'm happy. Good girl. Pick this up again. Push this eye. Push that eye. Now she is a little bit too much into pressure right now. Good. Good. One. One. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love it. I love it. Good girl. Okay, I'm going to back her up. Move her around. Bring her this way. This way. Raise my energy here. Ask that rib cage to move away from me. 1, 2, 3. You're a wonderful young lady. You're a wonderful young lady, aren't you? Good girl. Okay. That's a quick little warm-up. Just get her brain on my work. Reintroduce her to my pad. Bring this pad. Now, I don't take for granted she's going to remember and do everything the way she did the other day. I'm going to walk off with this pad. I'm going to let her see it. Rub her with it. She goes, oh, I remember that. That's not too bad. I'm going to rub her. I'm going to flip it up here. Now this horse never so much as swatted at anything like a fly when I put the saddle on last time. But I won't guarantee she won't bronk out putting the saddle on this time. I got a different saddle. Got my Colt starting weight saddle. But she is so calm about a lot of this stuff. She snorts and makes noise and is real curious and acting like, whoa, what is that gonna get me? But she's very cool about stuff. Good girl. And I want to keep it that way. I want her standing still while I put this blanket up, pad up and back on. Good girl. Okay, can't ask for better than that. Now I'm gonna grab my saddle. This saddle has a lot more on it than my other saddle. It's got a back cinch, got a lot of strings. If this saddle becomes a problem, I'll go back to my other saddle, my ancient Colt starting saddle. Now I'm going to pick this saddle up and set it on her back, just like that, without thinking about it, without anything else, and let her feel it and say, "Isn't life grand?" And she goes, "That's no big deal, man. No big deal at all." Okay. She says, "I can handle that." Good right there. Change sides. This horse acts like a horse I have saddled 500 times. And this is the second time she's ever had a saddle on. Get my lateral situated here. Reach under, grab my cinch. Pull that through real easy. This saddle is different that could cause an issue is that back cinch. Now she's going, "What was that? I just felt that." I'm going to say, "It was nothing. Just ignore it." There we go. She goes, "I want to bite you for that." I said, "No, I'd prefer you didn't." Good girl. Do not nibble on me. She turned around and took a little nibble out of me the other day. I was doing this, and I said that wasn't the thing to do. She's going, okay. Got that just snug enough. That's not going to go anywhere. Now here's the tricky part. Hey, let me eat on that. Well, I don't even have that back cinch touching her. Let her stand there for a second and feel it. What you looking at? She's more interested in looking down at cars moving than she is about that saddle that just got cinched up on her back. She's a good girl. A lot of strings. Once this gets moving on her, she might feel a lot of these strings tickling her. You'll feel that back cinch a little bit. Put that up one more because that's a little loose. Boy, they called her a red roan at the BLM, and I just don't see it. I see her going to be a bay roan, but right now she's got such an ashy look to her. tighten up my halter a little bit. Everything I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of letting her mill about in her mind with that saddle. I'm going to get out here a little bit, see if she wants to buck. She's going to buck around where I am, and she's not bucking at all. Now, one thing I'm going to do real quick is take a string off another stick, have that in my pocket. Now I'm going to start her off on my lead rope here, so I can cinch that saddle up a couple times. Back her up, move her shoulder. I'm going to give her something to do just like we've done already, so she doesn't think about that saddle that much and thinks more about the work that we were just doing. I love this forward motion that she's got for the most part. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to pick that up, step, put that rear end, correct her, correct her. Felt something there. Stuck a little butt up underneath herself. So this horse is not a bronc. She's not going to be a big rucker. If she ever does buck, there is something that really hurt her. She's a thinker. You can see how she looks at things and going, what's going on around me? Bring her to me. Stop her. Up. Back her up. Back her up. Back her up. Back her up. Good girl. Drop. I'll cinch her up again. There's a baby. There's a big baby. Now I got to do a lot more where I'm on one side and I rub her on that off side a little bit. Oh, stop trying to nibble on the scent strap. Yes, ma'am. See, I want to do this. I want to do that. Not every wild horse is this easy that I get. There are some that are tough. Take your time with them and you get what you need to get out of them. Good girl. Now I'm going to tie these stirrups so they don't go banging on my fence panels. And she doesn't get silly and get one caught somewhere. Rip it off. Take this halter off and she's going to get to have her way with my saddle for better or worse. Oh. Ready, Mama? Are you ready? So I'm going to send her around here. Now she's going to want to come in off the fence over here where my fine videographer, Mr. Carson, is taking video. I just want her to move forward. Don't care if it's a walk, a trot, or a cannon. Just checking things out here. I need her paying more attention to me than to the ground. Pick up a little canter here. See, she gets a correct lead every time this way because she's pushing that left shoulder out. She's going to get that correct lead going that way. So I see that I've got to balance this horse up a lot to get that outside right lead. Good girl. Push her right here. One more little canter. Increase my energy. Come on. Good girl. Pull that eye back up. Turn sideways. See, I get a lot better result on this side. Good girl. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that's her warm-up. Now we're going to expose her to some things. I'm going to get the halter back on her. Introduce her to cavaletti. Introduce her to some barrels, some tarps. My big red ball. I've got a really big red ball. So, stay tuned. Alright, so we just brought a cavaletti in, a couple barrels, a few barrels. I'm going to introduce her to these little obstacles. I know a bridge isn't, it's nothing to her. Look at her, she wants to go over there and check this thing out. She is so inquisitive that I don't really have to introduce her to these things because I let her come over and see it. She wants to check it out, and if I just direct her across, I guarantee you she's going to step across it. Good girl. So that's not a scary thing to her. I'm going to quit being amazed at her. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. She'll figure it out. She may not jump this thing today. She may just step over. Good girl. Good girl. Boy, she knows where her feet are. Let's just look at these barrels. Now I'll let her check these things out herself. Over. I say that, but oh my God, she didn't even touch it. Oh, this mare just makes me laugh. I'll let her on this side. This side's a little bit more hesitant about things. Knows where her feet are. That's the first time she's seen those barrels. Went over them like they're nothing. So guess what? I'm not going to do any more with those because she went over them so easy. When I get her forward motion a little bit more, then I'm going to get her going. Next, I'm going to introduce her to blue tarp. Hang on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to do this really impressive thing where I introduced my horse to the blue tarp and got her to overcome it and work real hard, work up a little sweat, but I couldn't even get that thing down fast enough before she walks over there and walks right across it. It's a little embarrassing. You're supposed to make me show how wonderful I am in horse training. You're not helping me. So let's just see. Is there any problem with her following me over something like this? Not much. Not much of a problem. I'll spend more time laying that dang tarp down than getting her to learn to go across some scary thing. Talk about a trail horse extraordinaire. This horse is going to be a trail horse extraordinaire. Okay, that's all of that blue tarp I have to do. Now let me get this other tarp. Okay, smaller blue tarp. Let's see what she does here. Let her smell it and take it away. Let her smell it and take it away. I don't even have this tarp balled up as small as I usually do. There's something bothers her. Ooh, she might make me look good here for a second. Says, woo, that thing's on the other side of me, what am I going to do? I'm going to overcome it, stand here real calm without me holding on to her. She says, oh my God, that thing's hanging all over me. Oh, I might have to get worried there. Because I might have to get worried there for a second. Then I say, you don't have to get too worried. I'd actually love this horse to be a little worried about something because then I could get her to overcome it. But I'll handle this. I'll deal with this little situation. Well, that's pretty good. Now I got a night latch here. Ask her to move around with that tarp on her. See if that bugs her. God, I'm getting very, very embarrassed. Nothing there. Let's go. Now it's on the outside of her. Just having to pay attention to me and it. No big deal. Hey, let's go over this tarp. Let's get all the tarps involved. Gotta do something exciting. Not too much of a worry there. Good girl. Let me flip that on the other side. Got to get her on both sides. Okay, honey, let's go. Ah, yes. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, I got one last big obstacle I want to see if that bothers her at all. Stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my last big obstacle. My huge red ball. I'm going to come over here. Get off my lead rope, young lady. Get off the lead rope. Let's just bring her up, see how she reacts to it. I predict this horse is going to love this ball. She smelled it. I'm going to roll it away. I'm just going to roll it away from her. She's going to catch this thing. She's going to chase this thing. She caught it. She's going to roll it away. Good girl. She could care less about this. This is getting very embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. Let me touch her with that thing. She says, "That's no biggie, man. That's no big deal. That's no big deal." Because I like to bite it. Come on. Alright, let's get her to push that thing around a little bit. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is day 6 and actually my 5th time working with her. That thing's moving on its own. She's going, "Oh, look, let me get that thing. It moves." Wild Mustangs. They are funny horses. They're funny horses. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's not much left to do. Not much left to do. Check my cinch on her. I'd like to get her bent just a little bit more. Oh, I love that. I love that. Pick this up, bend her this way, ask her to come this way. Now I'm asking her to bend, not move all over the place. Good girl. She's thinking about it. Take this in little increments. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Time to get the big boy underwear on. I've got her sitting here figuring out where I am for the first time. Don't nibble on me, Missy. I got my big boy underwear on. Hey, hey, no nibbling. I want to see if she'll just wander around a little bit. Hey. Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm gonna just let her think. I don't feel her all tight. She's just trying to figure this stuff out. I'm gonna ask her to move. If that's what she wants to do, that's just fine with me. Good girl. Let's see if she'll move this way. Let's see if she'll move that way. First ride, ladies and gentlemen. Going over stuff like this. Come on, young lady. Now, not every horse is like this. She might scare herself into getting silly. This is kind of embarrassing. If you wanted to see a rodeo, I'm sorry. I'm an embarrassment to all trainers on YouTube. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Come on. Let's get out of there. Let's just get walking around a little bit and move around, young lady. Quit acting like you... Now, I did not get this horse 7 years ago and just pretend that, you know, I trained her. This horse was just assigned to me last Sunday. Today is Friday. I'm going to let this horse just kind of go around where she wants to go. Let her look at this ball here. Good girl. Just lightly tickling her with my shots. I wish somebody would go grab some of my chickens and throw them in here. Maybe we get a ride. Now, I'm not asking much of this horse right now, other than just, let's walk around. She chose to step over those barrels, she could. She says, I'm just walking around with you and seeing what's going on. Come on. Let's get up here and push that. Come on, let's push that. Come on. Let's push it this way. Let's push it this way. Come on. This horse half broke already. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I know this is terribly unexciting. Let's just see if I can get a little trot around to the other side. Get her to move a little bit. Okay, no bucking. Don't buck. Hey. I can get her to turn a little bit. Good girl. Up. Let's get her that way. Come on. Let's turn her this way. Let's give it a little stop. Let's get a stop. Let's get a back up. Oh, young lady. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I get goosebumps right now after everything that we just did. This horse is fairly incredible. I want everybody to meet Phoenix, and that name came about. I've been mulling a lot of names over the last couple days, and here at Mustang River Ranch in 2013 we were devastated by the Colorado flooding. There was 5 feet of water in the house. Where I'm sitting on this horse right now was 3.5 to 4 feet deep. It was a long haul rising back up out of the mud. This mare has definitely risen out of the ashes of the long-term holding pens. So it's also my girlfriend Danny Scott, her 10-year-old daughter Madeline loves X-Men, and she loves Phoenix there, which is a strong female superhero, and I'll tell you what, that fits this young little lady here. So her name is now officially Phoenix, or Phoenix Rising, and I think Phoenix is going to be pretty incredible, either for whoever adopts her or for me at the Mustang Makeover. So stay tuned. Ride number 1. I'm sorry I didn't excite you too much, but we'll see some good stuff soon. Take care.